Yo, roll on it. I'ma need a doctor that can stroll on it. San Antonio's getting bold on it. This my lane now, pay a toll on it. Move your body, put your soul on it. What else am I supposed to do? Ain't no one better than you. HBCU.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome all. Oh, my God. Hello. My fault.
Whoa.
Hello. Hello. Sorry about that. Welcome, welcome, and welcome all to the greatest sports show of all time. Only renowned and known as Point A, Point B on your amazing Shattered Network, where we do dream of a better time. But we do know that Doc Rivers is always going to be a coach in the NBA.
Yep.
I have dropped some videos talking about it. I hate Doc Rivers, but we are going to move on over to one of our mainstays, starting five here on Point A, Point B, where we give you new information as it's given to us. Let's start with the starting five. Number one, Shedeur Sanders decided that he was going to visit a Cleveland school. Young kids all around. Beautiful time. Beautiful time. We do appreciate Shedeur Sanders for that. But at this time, he decided to let everyone know that he's going to try to bring Cleveland a Super Bowl. Usually, this is where I just drum through the news, right? But I want to stop real quick and just give you a quick yes or no. Cleveland, Super Bowl, near future? Farrell?
No.
Brooklyn?
No. Yes.
All right. Well, Shedeur Sanders is hoping to help Cleveland accomplish something the franchise was never able to do, win a Super Bowl. He spoke about this at his surprise visit to John Marshall High School in Cleveland on Wednesday, where his exact quote was, "I'm trying to bring Cleveland, of course, a Super Bowl," he said. But that's on the field, of course. But off the field, of course, bring more hope, bring more positivity to the city, and having an avenue where we're able to directly communicate with the youth. So, Cleveland did tie with the worst record last season of 3-14. So we're all pulling for you, Shedeur, but we ain't stupid. Let's relax. Let's relax. Moving right along. Right along. The Warriors, man. The Warriors drop a game. They dropped the game 115-107. Their final home game of the series. And Jimmy Butler says we need to refocus. Both Steph Curry and Draymond Green has expressed excitement for Game 7, saying this is the most exciting time for basketball. But I will tell you something right now. When you're up, and all you got to do is win one game and you lose two straight, there is no excitement here for that. Okay? There is no excitement. The Warriors was up 3-1 in this series. It is now 3-3. They are in the precipice of being one of the first teams to lose. Hold on. To lose 2 3-1s?
I think so. I think they can. I don't believe in them winning this last game.
Yeah, the Warriors right now, the thing about the Rockets, which, you know what I'm saying, is scary about them, right? Mm-hmm. They're young, they're explosive, they play defense as a team, and they want to win. Van Fleet had a big game. Now, Steve Kerr did say, I like our chances. I've seen what this group can do over the years. We've been in a lot of Game 7s. I believe we had a lot of success. Where he said, Jimmy Butler is Jimmy Butler. He's been in all of these great games. He's one of the clutch performers in the league. So we'll be ready. We'll regroup. We'll be ready to roll. Steph Curry has been trash in these last 2 games. He is tired. Jimmy needs to be playoff Jimmy to get through this team. And what's waiting for them on the other side of this is a Timberwolves team who's well rested. So,
yeah.
Curry he had 29 points, went 9 for 23, 6 for 16.
They're not gonna win like that. It's too better.
Yeah, I got the Rockets. Honestly, I gotta change my.
I got the Rockets.
I got the Rockets coming out Game 7. They're at home. It's kind of difficult to win after losing 2 straight. So I got the Rockets coming out of that.
Yeah, but at the same time, this same guy has a championship pedigree. They can win. They'll win this game. They'll win this game. They'll win this game.
Sure. If you say so. Sure. Moving right along. We were going to talk about Halliburton, and his dad, but that's been ran through the ground already. They already made a decision in which he cannot be a part of any games, home or away, for the foreseeable future, which I'm happy about. I don't think it would have been worse if he didn't go on national television and lie and say he looked straight past Giannis. But to be that old and still lying is crazy to me. Girl, you know what I'm talking about.
I really don't.
You do.
I really don't.
You do, fair. To be that old and still lying is crazy. So he's sitting his ass home. And they got a very eager team waiting for them as they go to round 2. I think they're going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 2.
Yes, sir.
Dear God. And Cleveland been at home relaxing,
chilling, waiting.
This is their first actual series. That first one was not a series. So, but talking about a series, man. One of the best series that we had so far was that Pistons and Knicks series. I think that was actually the most, other than this Clippers and Nuggets series, that we both thought these 2 series would be the most competitive series that we had in our brackets. That's completely blown up, by the way. Completely blown up.
Gone.
All of ours are gone.
Gone.
But yeah, Dion. But on the opposite side of that, we are seeing we got to see some of the best basketball from both the Knicks and the Pistons. The Pistons are definitely at home, relaxing. And Cunningham said the biggest things I've learned about the playoffs is that you have to raise your attention to details. Every possession means so much more than it does during the regular season. So you have to do everything stronger, faster, and more tougher. There are so many plays I would love to have back, the turnovers, but there are so many little things that we could have done better. And it's true. I think with that team being as young as what they are, they weren't ready for the physicality that comes in the playoffs. The calls aren't the same. The teams have a lot more time to be able to get used to you, get ready for you, and I think that was a surprise for them. But I do have great hopes for this team, especially for next year under JB Pickerstaff. Because he had said there's disappointment right now because these guys don't have an opportunity to keep doing what they've been doing all season, he says. But this is a great experience because you can't get playoff experience without getting playoff experience. These guys did a tremendous job of learning from the moment to moment and game to game, and they've learned what impacts winning. I'm telling you right now, man, expect Cade Cunningham next year to be in MVP talks because this team right now is prepped to be dangerous, and the moves they can make in the offseason to make this team even better is insane. They have the amount to spend when it comes to the space, but I'm excited.
It's the part that they actually keep and are able to retain 8 of the players that they have on roster right now for the next 2 years. Absolutely. 100% of those players that are core, that key pieces that actually push them here, they have in retention to keep going.
Absolutely.
Running back.
Yeah, it's cool. Let's talk about winners. I know, Phil, that's difficult for you. We're gonna talk about winners though. Let's talk about winners.
Hey man, they fought tooth and nail, bro. They fought tooth and nail.
They didn't
Can't be mad. Can't be mad.
They lost. Yeah, they lost.
They lost, but can't be mad. Can't be mad.
They lost.
Can't
Yeah,
do
they
that.
lost. They lost. They lost. They lost. They lost. Man, Brunson, the man, the guy, the Knicks legend at this point in time, dropped a mean 40-piece, including a walk-off 3 to send them home. You know, usually I don't do this, Pharaoh. Usually I don't do this, right? I think I don't like being childish, right? But you know what? You know what we're gonna do for the people at home? You know what we're gonna do for the people at home?
What are we gonna do for them?
We're gonna give them a little video package, a little Brunson game winner. We might give them the audio too. Fine. Hold on.
He
hit that jump.
Hit that
The Brunson burner.
Hit that crossover with no push off like somebody else I know.
No push off. I didn't see a push off. There's a lot of things, Pharaoh. Numbers lie, men lie. So I'll tell you what, I filmed they lie.
8 seconds.
Oh!
Launches. Oh yeah!
Oh,
Jalen Brunson buries it.
you know, push off, put it down, hands down. Mama.
The Brunson burner ignited.
Can we see it one more time?
Brunson takes a peek at the clock.
I'll help you out.
Thompson digging
Now,
in defensively.
anybody didn't
8
see the
seconds.
game, mind you, at
Brunson
this point,
stops on a dime.
Cat had fouled out.
Launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it.
Stopped on a
And-
dime.
Knicks lead by 3.
And Brunson's like
the Brunson
last 4 or
burner
5 shots before that one
ignited.
were terrible. He missed all of them. But that right
4.3
there.
on the clock.
Wow. Talk about some
I'm gonna
stones,
credit
creating
due.
some separation right there. And Brunson
No push off like somebody else I
for
know.
the dagger right there. Had
None.
Thompson on
He
him.
stopped on dime.
Was able to get loose. Little
Good.
crossover
Stop.
play.
Tween.
Thrives in these moments. Embraces it.
And that was against Stuart Thompson, who's a great defender.
All
I
two of
just
Showtime. Great
want to trade him. I want to trade. I'm sorry, wrong screen, y'all. My apologies. I just want to trade Luka for him. I just want to do that. That's just what I want to do. Just what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, Cat fouled out. And this man decided the best thing I'm gonna do is drop 40. He says, I stay poised and I rely on trust and the composure of my teammates. I rely on the trust and the composure my teammates give me. Thibodeau says he's at his best when the best is needed. He's done it all year. He is the clutch player of the year. He's shown it. I think a lot of people got a lot of things to say about the awards this season that's been given. Halliburton had to say what he had to say after they got a win. Talking about overrate that. I love that. Talk spicy, young Halliburton. Talk spicy. We love it. We love it, young Hallie.
Brunson did. Well, Brunson, I'm sorry. Hey man, look, I'm a Pistons fan. I'm gonna give people their flowers because, like we just said, Cat had fouled out. The Pistons were up by 6 with like a minute and some change left. It looked like they were gonna win this game. But Jalen Brunson,
But
got to get a man's props.
you almost said it like, but God.
Got to get a man his props, man.
Yeah, he went out and did that thing, man. He did his big one in real time. So shout out to him for being great. I really do appreciate that wholeheartedly. This was tough, man. Beasley, who had 16 points in the second quarter of this game and finished with 20 points. I had a chance to make a 3 and tie the game. I'm mad about that. There was a time, I think in the second game, I'm sorry, the 6th game. No, I'm sorry, game 5, where there was a foul that wasn't called. At the end of the game. Listen, bro, this NBA basketball, bro. It's the playoffs. We don't talk about much, but get it done.
And also to the referee's credit, during this series, they called it pretty much even down the line. They let them play. There were a lot of plays where it'd have been fouled in the regular season, but they called it the same way on both sides. They let them play.
Absolutely, and going ahead. I think Monday they start their next series against Boston. They have not been able to get a win against Boston this season, right? Which is fine. I would tell you this with oh my God, with their point guard. What is his name, bro? In Boston.
Drew Holiday.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Drew Holiday being injured and missing the last couple games. They better hope he's healthy. They better hope they're healthy. This team is fighting. This team is fighting. It's fighting. This is a fighting team. And I want to say one thing real quick before we move on to the last topic of starting five. Mm-hmm. Jason Tatum, your team is the reason why you'll never win an MVP. You'll never win an MVP. I don't care how good your numbers are. You'll never win one. Ever. 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 That you'll never be the face of the league. I don't care how much you feel about it. You got Jaylen Brown. You got Justin Holiday. You got Holiday. You got Derek White. You got Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
You got not Pajinski. I'm sorry. You got what's that boy on the bench?
Was it Hauser? Is that his name?
No, could have been six man of the year. Pritchard.
Pritchard.
You got Pritchard. You will never be an MVP. You'll never be the face of that. You'll never be the face of the league. That'll never happen. We don't want it. Your team is stacked, buddy. It was stacked. You're stacked, buddy. It's stacked. And if you lose this series to the Knicks, I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Just shut up. Just shut up. That's all I want. What I do want though to talk about is the fact that the 76ers rejected a trade prior to 49ers rejected the trade for Kittle prior to the extension. An unidentified team attempted to acquire tight end George Kittle from San Francisco prior to the first round of the 2025 draft. The Niners
that word is whooping your ass.
Subsequently turned down the trade offer that included a second round draft pick for Kittle. San Francisco went on to sign to start to a 4-year extension worth $76.4 million. Kittle, who turns 32 in October, is tallying his second consecutive 1,000-yard campaign. Who do y'all think was that team that tried to get him in the this season?
I mean, I want to go with the two teams that probably drafted a tight end in the first round. Probably the Colts
Cowboys.
or possibly Colts, Cowboys, or Bears. I want to say that. I think he would have been a better fit with the Cowboys, but I think if anyone was probably aggressively going for him and they need a tight end, they drafted Tyler Warren, but they could have gotten George Kittle. I think the Colts would have got him.
Absolutely.
I think it might have been the Patriots. Get somebody with a pedigree.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that's a good one.
That would have been a good locker. He's still playing well, and he'd be great in the locker room. I think it was the Patriots.
I think it was my Broncos. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That would also have been good. Mm-hmm. That'd have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Jets for not being part of this conversation.
We don't need him. We don't need him.
Y'all don't need much anything, do y'all?
No, it's Justin Fields. Justin Fields is not really a tight end quarterback, so I wouldn't think that we aim for a quarterback, especially since we didn't draft one first round like we thought.
You better be a something quarterback.
He
is right now.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Nah. Yeah. Nah. Let's move on to the game of the night. Can you hear it? Can you hear it, fellas? Can you hear a game 7? The most exciting words in basketball. This one is one, and I'm excited to talk about. I hope you guys are as well. The Nuggets and the Clippers tonight are steamrolling into a game 7 for the ages. The Clippers were able to hold off the Nuggets in their last game, ending the game with a 111-105 rout. James Harden, who has been showing up and showing off in these playoffs more than I think he's had in his past career at all. I think it's probably one of his best playoff performances when it comes to his career in general, other than his first year, I think, in Houston.
In Houston, yeah, I was going to say that.
But other than that, I think this is his best showing in the playoffs. He tallied 28 points with 8 assists on an astounding bounce-back performance. He did have a pretty lackluster performance in Game 5, but Kawhi added 27 points as the Clippers forced a Game 7. Norman Powell also added 24 points to this, man. Ty Lue said, I got to give our guys credit just staying with it. They don't get deflated, and we did a good job. Ty Lue is an amazing coach. Jamal Murray had 21 points for the Nuggets, but it wasn't enough. He said that they were quicker to the punch. They played with a lot more desperation because their backs were against the wall, and you got to give them credit. The whole game, they brought it. It is a win or go home game for this team. And now with two former MVPs, right, on the floor, also former Finals MVPs on the floor with Kawhi, James Harden, and James Harden's never been the Finals MVP. I'm sorry, he's a former MVP though.
Right.
We got a team that's being led by David Edelman, which is the coach that was allotted after a lot of the position after the removal of Coach Brown. That's his name, right? Who cares? It doesn't matter. He's a loser. He's gone. Do you trust the Nuggets can end this at home against the Clippers? I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because both of these teams got to go up against a well-rested Thunder team after this. Well, let me know what you guys think. Talk to me on point A, point B.
I said earlier when we were talking about it before the playoffs even started, we were getting into the play-in tournament. I don't believe in Russell. I never believed in Russell, and he's the main factor upon all this. But the Nuggets team has been holding strong, but at home in Denver, I don't think they're going to pull it out. I got the Clippers taking them.
At home? Clippers taking them? At home?
I got the Clippers winning this off the backs of James Harden and Kawhi Leonard alone.
Farrell, what you thinking?
It's been hard for me to say which way or the other because it seems like the other one is waiting for one team waiting for the other one just to give up instead of them going out and taking it, because there are times it looks like the Nuggets can run them out of town, and then it looks like the Clippers can run them out of town, but nobody really take control. But I hate to say it, but I think the Nuggets are gonna pull this out. Brown playing some good defense. Jokic been Jokic. Murray been Murray. They've been shooting better. They can win it. They can win it.
I hear you.
My sounds.
Go ahead, Farrell. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
I hear you, Farrell. You said Murray is going to be Murray, but how consistently can Murray be Murray? He hasn't been Murray this entire season. Every here and there is not good enough to actually win the basketball. I'm actually going to preface this by saying that whoever wins this series isn't going to make it out the next round. So
I don't think so either.
I was talking about either one of these teams. To me, right now, both of them it's piss poor effort on both of them.
I'm gonna disagree wholeheartedly with that. I don't think it's piss poor effort. I think we're kind of under like. We got to look at the rosters, right? Only shooter that the Nuggets really have is Michael Porter Jr., so he has to be overly consistent for them to be able to maintain any kind of 3-point performance. And what really works for the Nuggets, which really made them a team where that pick and roll drop off really worked, is having consistent shooting that they had that they don't have anymore, right? They don't have Bruce Brown. They don't have KCP anymore. So now they have Christian Brown, who's not the greatest 3-point shooter. He's a big body. He's very athletic, but he's not an amazing 3-point shooter who spaces the floor. And then you got Michael Porter Jr., who's going to be doing that for you. But when it comes to their bench, when the bench gets on the floor, the spacing is even worse. And then you got to add Russell Westbrook to that notion. So right now, the Nuggets are playing with their hand behind their back, and that's just the reality of it. Right on the opposite side, your best third option right now is going to be Norman Powell. And we're not going to act like Norman Powell was a superstar where we can really depend on him wholeheartedly. He's always been a pretty good six-man, you know what I mean, when it comes to providing you points, kind of like an Eric Gordon, but he's not that guy, you know what I mean, through and through as of yet, I would like to say. I think both teams have been playing extremely hard, given what they have on the court at any given time, and then Aaron Gordon is playing with a black eye. He can barely see. I don't know if y'all seen him. He got his ass whooped. Somebody whooped Aaron Gordon's ass. He looked bad. Somebody whooped that ass and whooped it well. But you're running with the Russell Westbrook experience, man. It's a lot of times where Russell's on the floor and it's just messing up spacing. It's messing up everything because teams look at him exactly the way he is and they don't respect it, right? And that's just kind of is what it is at this point. I do greatly believe the Clippers will be able to pull this one out. I think that as of right now, it's a game of nutrition, and Jokic at this point in time is playing himself like rancid. I think he's running himself dry. I think with him and his conditioning, it's going to be a conversation that, I mean, obviously he's had a championship run, right? But it's a lot easier on your body when you have floor spacing. You don't have to run as much. You have defenders. He doesn't have that anymore. So he has to do a lot more, right? And that's very taxing on the body. So I got the Clippers pulling this one out. They got more shooting. They got Bogdanovich. They got James Harden. Kawhi as an actual secondary star. They got the big bodies to be able to throw at Jokic, especially with Zubac being who Zubac is. And in the next round, you guys are saying it's going to be a walkthrough. I do think if the Clippers make it out of this round, which I do believe they will, James Harden matches SGA. Respectfully, matches SGA. I don't think they are going to be able to stop SGA and Kawhi Leonard, who's stronger than all of their defenders. They're young. Kawhi is a Finals MVP and he's healthy. And a healthy Kawhi, thank you. A healthy Kawhi is going up against a championship team in the Nuggets right now. This is a heavyweight fight. And if the Nuggets were to make it out of this, let's say the Nuggets got past the Clippers, right? 4-1. Are we saying the Thunder just get past the Nuggets? Absolutely not. Not with Jokic. Not with 2 MVPs on the floor. No, we're not. No, we're not. You think that Chet and Hartenstein is going to play against Jokic? Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. And nobody on that floor can body up with Zubac. No one. He is a 20-20 waiting to happen against the Thunder. That's how I feel. Got a nugget. I got this. I got the Clippers. I got the beer. I think he needed more too. I think the Nuggets deserve that. You just fired your coach. You fired your GM. And going home is okay. You guys good with this one?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think one of the most important things that we can always do in situations like this, times like this, is making sure we like, share, and subscribe. When your legs don't work like they used to before, and you smile, I don't know the rest of the words to that song, but honey, you can do what you need, and that's with me. We are going to go to our next segment, our world beater segment, and that's when we are having the great debate, and it is time to have this one, man. I think it's really time to have one. Is Nico right? Is it time to say that Nico Harrison was right at this point? Because I feel like we underplay it so much, right? Because Luka's bravado, right? Luka's attitude, Luka's personality, Luka's such a tough guy. Luka's this, Luka's that. Luka lost 4-1.
Yeah.
Luka was a turnstop on defense. People walk past Luka. Just as much as the Lakers was switching in order to get the matchup that they wanted, which was Luka on Gobert, which did not work once. Once, mind you. It did not work once. We got sent home. We got sent home. We got sent home because this man wasn't ready. One day he tired. One day he's sick. Either way, his jump shot's not falling. And we allowed the Timberwolves, that young bull, to send us the hell home. We got sent home. Let me first show you guys exactly why we got sent home. Rudy Gobert went stupid. Absolutely nuts. They couldn't stop this man, right? Backdoor cuts, everything. Dare, whatever he wanted, however he wanted, whenever he wanted it. Drop-offs, whenever he wanted it. He ended the game with a stellar and unbelievable 27 points and 24 rebounds. God dang it, Rudy. Rudy the booty wasn't booty that night. He looked like Shaq.
Because he was going against air.
I mean, because at the end of the day, you switch hunted them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, Pharaoh. If they kept switch hunting Rudy Gobert, right, like they were doing, get him on Luka, who was dribbling the ball out for 20 seconds in the shot clock for most of the game, and he was getting cooked, I guarantee you this, they would have took Rudy Gobert's ass out the game.
This is true.
They would have took him out the game, regardless if he was getting buckets or not. So your lack of offensive ability led to this. Led to this. And it was moments in this game, Brooklyn and Pharaoh, where we had the lead. The Lakers had the lead multiple times. So I need to know, man, from you guys' estimation. I'm gonna save me for last. I got a lot to say about Luka. I think you guys know that. Is it time to say that Nico was right about Luka in this trade? Yes or no?
No. It's the same way everybody says, we can't really grade this trade until AD has a full season in Dallas and he's healthy and they get the whole roster health and everything and whatnot. We can't sit here and say the same thing about Luka. That's the first thing. The second thing is, while Luka's play does have something to do with why the Lakers lost, it wasn't the only thing. Let's not forget how on defense the Lakers would switch lazily and leave people wide open. Luka was not the only turnstile out there. Let's be real about it. He wasn't the only turnstile.
He was the main one. But keep going, Pharaoh. Say what you got to say.
So that, and while everybody pretty much expected this man to go to LA, and because he's there with LeBron, like it was going to be instant chemistry, instant offense. No, like everybody has to get used to the way that Luka plays. Just like Luka got to get used to everybody else. And we have said many times, and we have said it over and over again. Jackson Hayes played a yeoman's job, but he is not a center that you can rely on as far as deterring shots, rebounds, and clearing the ball. No, you can't do that. He's not that kind of guy. So while some of it is on Luka, yes, I'm not putting all this on him.
Go ahead,
let him get a whole season, and then we'll see.
Sorry. I had to clear my throat. I was choking just like Luka. Because he's ass. He's always been ass. I don't care. He was right. I think Luka is one of the greatest players who have ever come out here, play on the hard floor. But Nico was right the whole time. The drinking, the not wanting to even care. Does he want to be here? Does he want to play basketball? Because again, the It's the turnstile that you keep saying. It was him. You can blame other people. Other people wasn't on a consistent basis, on a consistent night, like Luka was here in this playoff series. Luka, I can honestly say, if AD was here on this team and we still would have went to the same spot, the defense wouldn't have been this way. Rudy Gobert wouldn't have been looking like prime Shaq. You can say it's against air. Why the 2 points still count for 2 fucking points every single time Rudy fucking went in there. 24 rebounds, no box out, no help, no nothing. It's garbage time. You know what? If LeBron was, if I was LeBron, which I'm not clearly LeBron's the greatest to ever play the game, period, end of story. If I was LeBron, I'm looking over at Dallas. Saying like, oh, look, my buddy Kyrie's over there. Oh, and I sent AD over there. Oh, and they have a center for AD. Little nice team. I might go over to Dallas. That's right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I want to get my ring, I'm gonna put myself back on the screen. If I want to get my ring, I'm going to Dallas, bro. Not gonna lie to you. Swear to God. You got Kyrie. You got Kyrie. You can take a pay cut because he has that he played a season with his son. Get that pay cut. You got Klay Thompson over there as well.
Yeah, I didn't even name Klay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They can trade or get rid of Spencer Dinwiddie because that's what you would have to do because nobody really wants him on their team. Bro, what? I'm leaving the Lakers immediately. I'm leaving Luka behind. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm gonna say that I've said this before because I made fun of our buddy Ash, buddy of the show Ash, for the same reason that Luka is exactly who he is, right? And people look at JJ Redick and say, well, he did a horrible job as a coach. He didn't really trade. He didn't really give people opportunity. You didn't play Jackson Hayes at all in that game. What the hell are we supposed to do with Jackson Hayes? Jackson Hayes in the first 4 games in this playoff series, he played in the first 4 games.
Yes,
in those 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 16 minutes, averaged 2 points and 2 rebounds.
What was he supposed to do?
Regardless if Gobert, and he also averaged -17 in plus minus. When you got Vanderbilt out there averaging 4 points and 6 rebounds, is shorter than you, and is the same offensive liability as you.
Mm-hmm.
And can switch them on more than you can. And you're just hoping that the team can rebound as a team in order to get the rebounds that you would have gotten if we actually had a center. Now, yep. I will say this. Pelinka is not off the hook here. People act like just because he went and said yes to a Luka trade, right, that it was okay. I want to preface this by letting you guys know the Thunder tried 4 teams before they got to the Lakers, and all those teams said no. The team they lost to said no to Anthony Edwards. The Bucks said no. The Thunder said no. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? We were the last option, and we said yes. And this team, right, without Luka, was exactly the team that JJ Redick was brought here to coach. It had more ball fluidity, right? Austin Reeves was allowed to play point guard. He's a quicker shooter. He's quicker off the pick and roll. And then you had protection. All they had to do was go get the big man. That trade got rescinded for Mark Williams. Now, am I mad that it got rescinded? No. The man he played 43 games this season. Played 19 games before that. Then the season before that, played 42. I don't want Mark Williams. Nick Claxton, absolutely. I would have loved Nick Claxton in the situation. Mm-hmm. Go get Brooklyn, go get Nick Claxton from Brooklyn. But you don't go get him.
Crazy.
So we are talking about a player, right, in Luka. Now I'm gonna go back to Luka, right? I'm gonna talk about Luka in particular. They hunted Luka the entire time because he was too lazy. You want to talk about those lazy closeouts, Pharaoh? Because they had to run to protect Luka on every defensive possession, every single time. Literally, think about this, Pharaoh. Think about this. The Timberwolves shot 15% from the three-point line in an elimination game.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 games where Anthony Edwards had over 7 assists. Pharaoh, you want to know why? He was able to play like LeBron played in the Cleveland Cavaliers. You burn past the first man and then kick it to the corner. And he burnt past Luka every single time. They would switch him. It was always Luka getting switched on to Anthony Edwards. And he would just walk past them. And they had open three-pointers because of it. Because everybody had to help.
Yep.
Everybody had to help. And then on offense, Pharaoh, this is the problem, right? Even damn that. Let's say we don't care about the defense. We don't care about the defense. Damn that, Pharaoh. Okay? Damn that. On offense, brother. On offense, the man held the ball for an average of 18 seconds on a 24-second shot clock. His usage rate was almost doubles of LeBron's. Pharaoh? Almost double. And LeBron had to expend so much energy on the defensive end. What was he supposed to give you on offense in the fourth quarter? Pharaoh, and then Luka couldn't get past anybody. He couldn't beat anybody off the dribble. Not one person. No matter who they switched onto him. No matter what. No matter what. No matter. In the fourth quarter, what do we get from Luka? He was brought here for this. Not for a 42-year-old man that had to lead a team still, because the complaint was for AD, he never took over the reins from LeBron, right? It was never his team. So Luka was brought here for it to be what? Luka's team, right?
Right.
Pharaoh, you said they had to get used to the way Luka played basketball. Dare I say, Luka's way is not conducive to an NBA championship? Do you know who Luka reminds me of? James Harden. And James Harden was said by Kobe Bryant, the way he plays, you will not win a ring with. Has he won a ring?
No.
Has he won a ring?
Nope.
Okay. Has Luka won a ring?
Nope. At least he been to the finals though.
So is James Harden. So is James Harden.
As a sixth man,
he's been to a finals. He's been to a finals, sir. You tried it. You tried it. Booters, you tried it.
Moochie, we ain't asking you. Moochie better trying to co-sign for you.
Been to a finals.
I'm trying to co-sign.
So, everybody done with this one?
Yeah.
Brooklyn, you good?
I'm good, man. I already know how this is. Like I said, Nico, he doesn't deserve to get fired. Like everyone's been chanting, he might have been right this entire time.
I think so too. And we're going to see how right I am when we transition to the next segment, the greatest one of all time, our favorite segment, Doing Too Much. Doing Too Much, where I give my segments and you let me know if I'm wilding out or am I just doing just enough. Brooklyn, you might be happy for this segment. You might be excited for this segment. You might be joyous for this segment.
Why?
Brooklyn, because this one's going to start with a team in New York.
Oh, Lord.
You know how I feel about my New York teams except for Buffalo?
Chill out.
I don't like the Bills, but I like the Sabres. Shout out NHL.
Shout out to NHL. Pharaoh, Brooklyn. I'm here to say this right now. With the way I've seen Brunson and Cat play in these playoffs, with my Lakers being gone, and the fact they actually had a series with some fight and got punched in the mouth and fought through it, I got the Knicks going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I might have the Knicks going to the NBA Finals. I don't think Boston is ready to get punched in the mouth the way the Knicks are going to punch them in the mouth. Pharaoh, let me give you this one. You ready? I believe Mitch Robinson is healthy. They don't even need him to be there, right?
No, they don't.
They don't even be there. Cause you got heart, right? They got heart and they got heart, right? You got Cat, which I think just eliminates the Porzingis comparison. Brunson is activated every night, Pharaoh. Unlike Jason Tatum, unlike Jaylen Brown, you don't know what you're gonna get from them every game. You don't know. You don't know how they're gonna play. But you do know that the Knicks win close games, Pharaoh. If this becomes a close game, you can trust Brunson to close it out. But I will tell you this will go 6 games. This will go 6 games. This will go 6 games. But I got the Knicks coming out of this one and going on to slap. I want to say Cleveland in the NBA in the Eastern Conference Finals. Am I doing too much, or am I not doing enough?
Can I get this one?
Absolutely.
I smell the spaghetti that you're cooking, right? And you know you got to be careful when you make spaghetti because you don't want the noodles to get al dente. You don't want them to be too firm, but then you don't want them to be super too soft.
Awesome.
You got the noodles just perfect.
Okay.
I'm being real with you because see, I think all of us expected to see a Karl Anthony Towns that we saw in Minnesota. That dude gone. This Karl Anthony Towns right here, he different. He's different. He ain't scared of contact. He let nobody bully him. He's bullying people like he's with the shit. See, he's different. And not scared of the moment. I watched this dude hit 2 of the biggest threes. And they game they lost, but they were in the game because of him.
No, the biggest one he hit was a game winner. He hit against the Denver against Detroit. That step back 3.
He did hit a step back.
Yes, he did.
But
he hit a fader. He hit a fader fading out of bounds to tie it up, and then hit the step back 3 to send them home.
If y'all haven't been watching, Cat been shooting from Curry range. He's not just shooting like right at the line. He been shooting from Curry range and netting it. Look, let me tell you something. Not only that, to my surprise, watching the Detroit series, Tibbs was actually playing more than just 7 people in rotation.
Campaign got some time? Absolutely.
Now, if he's going to utilize his bench, all bets is off because that next team, they play defense. Because it wasn't just Detroit playing good defense in that series. Both teams playing great defense. Both of them. That next team can definitely get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know if they go against Cleveland. I don't know if they can beat Cleveland in a 7-game series. I don't know. But I would not be shocked if they did.
Bro, when you got Cat moving like this, bro. You gotta really stop him. You gotta really think about it, right? Cat pulling up, Splat Cat. You got Cat moving like this on the road, the big bodega. Hold on, give him the ball. Give him the ball. You leave me open.
I mean,
shot too fast. The shot too fast. Hold on. Give me that. I need that. Watch out. ISO. Huh. The big boat. Dagger. Huh? Excuse me. We down by two. Give me that. Y'all be during the
this
big
is
boat.
The cat wins.
Dagger. Hold on, Farrell. Let me get one more off. Because we ain't. Get off. Get off me. Easy money. Team. One more Bogue. I need that. Watch out. Come my way. Get off me. Step back. Bang.
See how what, man? This is the Karl Anthony Towns that they have been waiting for in Minnesota. If that Karl Anthony Towns is in Minnesota, he never would have got traded.
That Karl Anthony Towns.
He's still with Timberwolves now.
That Karl
Anthony Towns dude that's playing right now.
That Karl Anthony Towns was in Minnesota. And then last season before they traded him, he was dropping 25s. He had a 30-point game in the Western Conference Finals.
They never should let him go.
I'm glad he in New York. The big bodega is where he should be. The big bodega where the big bodega need to be.
That dude different. He's different now.
Talk about it. And then you got him and Brunson in clutch time doing this.
Playing defense. And he playing defense too, dude.
Farrell. I want you to lock in with me real quick. Okay? Yes, they got them. They also went out this season, right? Last offseason, and got Mikal Bridges, play defense. OG Anunoby, play defense. They hit big shots. Brooklyn, it's on you. Am I doing too much? Am I not doing enough?
You're actually right on point on this one.
Come
I think
on,
they make it. They make it all the way to the finals. They make it all the way to the finals, and that's it.
Come on, bro. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brooklyn. Go ahead.
They make it all the way to the finals. And that's it. That's where it ends. They don't win it. They stop it.
Depending who they meet there.
Because I gotta ask y'all a question.
Say it.
Am I doing too much?
Say it.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
Is Brooklyn doing too much?
I know you about to say.
Because I don't think it's gonna be. I think that's great. I'm gonna flip it on the other side. I'm flipping it 100%. The Timberwolves, after what they did to the Lakers, not even to make it to the Western Conference Finals, they making it to the finals. They beaten the Knicks in the finals on the back of Anthony Edwards. I'm telling you right now. Let me get a little hype. The Timberwolves have the strongest chance, in my opinion, of winning the NBA Finals on their potent offense, of the firepower, the defense that they can hold their own against anybody. They have the advantages over the teams coming up, like Houston, they're gonna have that advantage over the defense. Their offense, or the defense that they just had, especially against the Lakers, offensive-minded team, because that's really what they had. Luka, LeBron, all the offense that they can give them, defense was there. The model that they have set for Anthony Edwards, the next face of the NBA. Forget Jason Tatum, forget the rest. And man, NBA final champion 2025. Am I doing too much?
Farrell, I'm gonna let you go first.
You know what? Let's go back to the pot of spaghetti real quick. I'm gonna say the noodles they gotta cook one more minute. You in the area. You in the area.
Oh.
You in the area. With me, you in the area. Because everything you said was right on point. Because they play defense also, especially Ant-Man. They play defense. They have the offensive tools. They got the ingredients that they can match up with anybody.
Hold on. He also has what we call the narrative.
Yeah. Because I was already thinking it before you said it, like, what if the Knicks and the Timberwolves make it to the finals? and Cat got to go in the finals to play against his old team.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. It's the narrative. It's not even that. He took out KD. He beat the king. What if Curry wins this and then he takes out Curry? You're telling me he beats the greatest shooter, Curry, the one of the most greatest scorers of all time, KD, and then the greatest basketball players to ever touch a basketball since Naismith, LeBron James, to go and win the championship that year and beat and say, yo, Cat, there's the reason why we left you behind.
But see, that's the thing. If the Knicks make it to the finals, who's gonna stop Cat?
Yeah, see, this is where I'm at with it. Yeah, you might want to jump in.
You know who's gonna stop Cat? The two centers they got, because I truly not even just believe in Rudy.
Absolutely not.
Nas.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in?
Go ahead. You jump in.
Can I jump in?
Is he gonna be?
I'm doing too much.
Can I jump
Am I
in?
doing too much, Antones?
No, you. Off.
Let me say this. For them to get to the NBA Finals itself, now if you would have said Western Conference Finals again, yes, they beat the Warriors next series, or they beat the Warriors or the Rockets next series. I believe.
Yep.
I believe. I think they could be either one of them, especially with this game going to Game 7. They could be either one of them because I think Ant-Man is way better than Jalen Green. I think that I trust that team a little bit better defensively. But it's the reason why they're the 6th seed. Okay, they are still the 6th seed. Yes, the Western Conference was close, but they were definitely the 6th seed. Okay, if they face the Nuggets, I'll go with them. Right? If they face the Clippers, I might go with the Clippers because because you gotta think about it.
Talk to me.
Anthony Edwards had 2 games this game. He had like 15 points. The last game, he was 0 for 11 from the 3-point line, right? You can afford to be that bad against the Lakers because we didn't have size. What you cannot afford to be that way is any other team in the NBA playoffs right now, right? You can't afford that because you can't trust that anybody else on your team is going to be able to produce. What's up, Neko? You can't trust that anybody else will be able to produce as much as you want to be able to hold the team together offensively. Now you said they have a potent offense. No, the fuck they do not. Multiple games in this playoff series, they had about under 100-point game or under 110-point game. That's not going to work against the Clippers. What is Gobert going to do when Zubac's on the floor? Nothing. And then your second best player, I'm sorry, for those who wants to believe in him, is Julius Randle, right? He has not proven himself to be a winner. Yes, he had a good series against a smaller team in the Lakers. Absolutely. But we are talking about a Clippers team where the second best player is either Kawhi Leonard or James Harden on a given night. And what you cannot afford to do is have a lackluster offense against this Clippers team. That is one. That's if the Clippers get past the Thunder or the Nuggets, right? We are talking about now, Brooklyn, the Thunder, the fucking Thunder, the
number
MVP,
1 seed,
where SGA is going to give you 40. It's going to give you 40. Now, you can have the narrative, you can have the moxie, you can have all the mouth that you need. But when you're going against a team that's that evenly stacked and young, and it's going to be as well rested as they're going to be, I'm telling you right now, the Timberwolves are going to get their ass sent home in the Western Conference Finals. Now, if they do make it past all of that, right? This is why I think you're doing too much. They make it past all of that. You have to stand in front of who I think is going to be there, the New York Knicks or Boston. If they stand in front of Boston, they get sent home in 4 because Gobert can't be on the floor. Because you can't depend on Naz Reid to not foul out. Because he almost fouled out multiple times in this playoff series against the Lakers, who was smaller.
He did. I do trust Naz Reid, but I don't trust him.
You can't trust him to play deep. You can't trust him to be a big body against big bodies. And what the Celtics have is an abundance of big bodies. In Brooklyn, let me tell you this. I'm going to take my glasses off for this one. If Mitch Robinson plays in that series, They are going home in fucking 5. You hear me? But without that, what you cannot have on the floor is Rudy Gobert with a big man like Cat who can rebound still in double figures. He can bang with him. He can rebound double figures, and he spreads the floor, Brooklyn. I mean, Gobert can sit in the paint. They can run a 5 out. And you think I trust Anthony Edwards with what he did in this playoff series more than I trust Jalen Brunson?
I got a better one for you. Let's say we throw them two teams out for a second. If Cleveland make it to the finals and Minnesota make it to the finals, they're not beating them either. Because the Cavaliers have 45 starters can give you 20 a night. Easily.
Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry. They play great defense.
Neko, I'm about. Give me 1 second. Neko, I will check my Discord more often. I have not been checking Discord. I'm so sorry. I will be checking Neko. I will be checking that more often, but I will send you some information on Discord so you can be able to contact me. Promise. I got you. I apologize. I will send you that on off stream on Discord after the show. So just look for that. I got you. I'm sorry. I have not been. It's been real crazy too this past week though with my new job and stuff like that. I apologize.
Minnesota could be the Pacers.
You said what?
I don't know if Minnesota could be the Pacers.
No, they cannot be the Pacers.
Wow, that's wild.
For the same reason they could be the Knicks.
Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner. They all spread the floor. I need you to stop and think about what you're talking about right now. They have the reason why the Timberwolves are in 6th place, right, and not 8th place. 8th place was because the Warriors lost. Not because they were great, but because the Warriors lost. I need you to understand that. They were 1 loss away from playing out of the play-in. And my Lakers will still be in the playoffs right now. The only reason why we look at them because they were big, Brooklyn, because we had deficiencies. I'm sorry, Anthony Edwards is playing like trash in these playoffs. Because he's shooting bad, very bad.
If the Lakers, okay, I'm not going to say AD, but say the Lakers were able to get one of those. Say they were able to get Gafford from Dallas along with Luka,
going home in 4.
Minnesota don't win that series.
They go home in 4. They go home in 4.
They do not win the series.
They go home in 4. They go home in 4. They go home in 4. In 4. In 4. They go home in 4. Fuck 5.
If they were smart enough to get one of those bigs, because Dallas had 2 of them, one of them.
Dallas had 3 of them.
I think about Gafford.
Dallas has 3 of them.
That's true.
They have 4 actually because of their rookie. They got 4 bigs.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get 1. We could have sent them Gabe Vincent too, and could have brought home Gafford. We brought home Maxi Kleber, and Maxi had a broken foot, so he couldn't even play. That's another big body who could space the floor. To the last game, he only got 6 minutes because he was injured. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, Cleveland with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. That's your matchups in the paint. I hope you understand that. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. And then you're talking about Anthony Edwards. Is he better? Is he better?
Then
is he better than Garland?
Yes.
He's better than Darius Garland.
Garland, yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about his running mate?
Yes.
What about his running mate?
Is he better than Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell.
Is he better than Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell. I'd say right now they're on equal terms, but Donovan Mitchell's been in the league way longer, and he's
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Because you know what? Now Edwards hasn't scored 40 in the playoffs. Donovan
Spider-Man Jamal Murray had
one of the best playoff series I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. That game 7, they had 2 of the best.
It went crazy. That was
the best platform.
Give it some time,
dude.
You know what? You said you compared this to to a soup or something like that, right? A sauce.
Spaghetti.
He said spaghetti.
Mhm.
He said the spaghetti was just slightly overcooked. I'll tell you now, I'm gonna compare it to more like wine because this thing's gonna age very finely as
It's gonna
time
age
goes
like
by.
milk.
I'm gonna
age
age
like
like
fucking milk.
fine wine
It's
to
gonna
it.
age
As the
like
weeks
milk.
go by in this playoff series, you will see what I was talking about.
No, because no, listen to me. Because I said you got to cook noodles for like 1 or 2 minutes. They're a little bit firm because I could see a path where this Timberwolves team does make it to the Western Conference Finals. And all I'm saying is, if they get to the finals,
It's inevitable.
they're not beating the Knicks.
It's almost inevitable. Unless
They're not gonna beat the Knicks.
unless the Warriors win this next game, which I think the Warriors might win this next game. I'm not gonna cap. I might have the Warriors win. I'm thinking about it because if Steph Curry has himself with that rest, if he rests a couple games and he has Brooklyn,
How's the thumb?
because I don't give a fuck how the thumb is. It's Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry,
'Cause
Brooklyn. Let me tell you something. Brooklyn, you know what's scary part about Steph Curry is? If he sees 2 go in, it's over. And if he has it's not like they're playing against Luka because Luka can't play off ball. His shot too slow. He can't catch and shoot. His shot too slow. And you know that, right?
Yeah, no, I've always said that.
You know that he can't play off ball. But you know who can? Everybody for the Warriors. If you think they're going to chase Steph Curry, you are on bad terms. You're on bad terms. I want the Warriors to win so I can see Rudy Gobert versus Draymond Green, and if Draymond gonna choke him out again. I want to see it.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
want
probably
to see
gonna do
it. But I
He's probably
promise you
gonna
right
do
now, I trust Jimmy and Curry more than Edwards and Randall. 1,000% more. 1,000% more. And then they
Right.
actually run sets. Nobody's holding the ball there. But Jimsy can get a shot off. Stop, bro. I'm telling you right now, it might get ugly. It might get ugly. It might get ugly for them. They
Why
might not
is
make it to the
Draymond
Western
shooting
Conference
better?
Finals. They might not.
Draymond been shooting better.
Because we acting like 20. You gotta understand. They shot 30% from the field and 50%, 15, not 50, 15% from the 3-point line in Game 6 against the Lakers. If the Lakers had size, they win that game by 20.
Easily.
If they had offense, fast offense, like Curry can give you, imagine, okay, Brooklyn, imagine you take Luka and you take Curry and then you switch them.
Sure.
Because the other thing is this. If the Lakers had a center like Gafford, he's clearing the boards. So all the other pieces that can run the floor, they can actually run the floor. They got more fast breaks now. It's a different story.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad.
It's a different story.
It's bad, bro. It's bad, bro.
To be real with you, this is my hot take. To be real with you, honestly, as close as the West was, if you look at the teams that remain in the East, I don't see a team in the East that any team in the West can beat in a 7-game series.
Yo, you on drugs. It's the Thunder. The best team in the league is the Thunder. Also, lastly, well, I'll say this right quick. Brooklyn, last thing on this take,
But
right? With the Lakers not having size, look at the margin of separation between the games in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? With all of that, Lakers had leads in every fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you right now. You
every
know what?
fourth
You know
quarter.
what? I hear you. But if he goes against Curry, they truly and honestly, they're going to have to get his lawyer ready because they're going to charge him for aggravated assault against the elderly because he's been abusing these old people in the playoffs and then he's going to continue doing it.
Ain't abused Steph Curry yet. Curry can't be
for
abused.
He went for KD. He got it. LeBron got it. And I'm telling you now, if he lines up Curry, you're going to have to get him for aggravated assault for the elderly because he's killing them.
Okay, well, Brooklyn, if that's the case, you have the case, get Curry's lawyer ready for child abuse.
Child endangerment.
Since he's been whooping these little kids and sending them home. He sent every child home.
He's
Hey, you know what?
collecting these old heads. He's collecting the old heads like in Family Gauntlet.
Sending them home. Child abuse, he's been sending them home. You've been sending them home.
Hold on a second. For that minute right there, hey, I can give you a bravo for that.
Appreciate
for
you.
real. For
Appreciate
real.
You. Appreciate you.
Y'all put in work this time.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We gon'
So we got about silver alerts, amber alerts.
Man, listen. Y'all want to make sure y'all the first thing y'all do, and y'all always will do, is like, share, and subscribe. Is the best thing you can do, so you can be able to get more shows like this. But we're gonna transition to our next segment on the show. Second from last, it's a real quick one, but it's a fun one. It's a fun one. And this one is the ever so fun, ever so immaculate start, bench, cuts. Where we get a chance to line up 3 people and say where we will start, bench, or cut them. And this is gonna be a real fun one. 3 bigs we are doing today. You guys ready? We are doing 3 bigs, and the bigs that we have is 3 that we talked about in this show. 2 we talked about in the show, and 3 that we have not spoken about because there's no need. Cat, AD, and Joel Embiid. Your start, bench, cut. Brooklyn, I'm gonna give you some time to think about this, and we're gonna go to Pharaoh first. Pharaoh, who do you have starting? Who do you have benching? Who do you have on a cut?
It's easy. Start Cat, bench AD, cut Embiid.
Damn.
That's easy. Looking at where everybody is now, I'm only benching AD because AD also has some injury history. But the way, like you said, the big bodega, the way that dude's balling right now, nah. Nah. He is right now producing the way we thought, or the way a lot of people think Embiid should be producing. He's doing what Embiid should have been doing from year 4. Let's be real about this. That dude is a threat every time he touches the ball, no matter where he is, which is what Embiid should be, but he's not.
Brooklyn, I'm gonna let you go.
What like year or version can I pick of Joel Embiid? Don't matter. I'm cutting him. Never mattered. I'm cutting him. Never mattered. I don't even know why he's in this conversation. Just fucking cut. To be able to be starter or even on the bench, you have to be healthy. You never want to play. You're the biggest whiner. You're the biggest baby. And literally the biggest because you're like fucking 7'2" or whatever the hell you are. You're the biggest crier. No, I'm same thing. It's really a battle of, is AD gonna be healthy? If AD's healthy, I'm 100% taking AD over Cat. I really am. But it is down to that. Is he gonna be healthy? Is it gonna be his ankle, his thigh, his fucking gut, his phalange? I don't know, whatever he's hurt with next. But I got the big. You can't just y'all wonder, y'all don't know. You know, next thing he got is scurvy. I don't care.
So you got Cat, AD.
Man,
what's
go ahead.
What is it? What you got?
Yeah, I got Cat, AD, and then I got Embiid. Not even as a thought process. He's next to Doc Rivers on the unemployment line.
All right, bro. 3 weeks ago, I watched AD almost give us a quadruple double with 28 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists, and 7 blocks. You could talk about somebody's health. You could talk about your mama's belt. You could talk about somebody else. AD gonna start. AD gonna start. I don't give a damn what you talk about. AD starting for me, big dog. AD starting for me, and he's starting for me every day. You know why? Because one thing he provides that nobody else provides is defense on an immaculate level. And whether he's on the floor right now, or tomorrow, or the next day, or the next week, when you play that team and he on the floor, you gotta watch him. You gotta worry about him, and you know he gonna score indefinitely. I'll tell you right now, if we had AD on the Lakers right now, it wouldn't be no problem scoring.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't be no problem scoring. wouldn't be no problem scoring.
Lakers and 4.
And somehow, with him being 6'10", right? His shot is faster than Luka's. Somehow, his shot is still faster than Luka's. And a week before that, he had a 34-point double, almost triple double, with a game winner. I'm sorry, bro. It's too much. It's AD, Cat, Joel Embiid. AD gonna start, bro. Y'all wild.
You know what? Actually, I do want to switch that because I ain't gonna lie. I just searched it up. How much is 82 plus 82?
You said
164.
Yeah.
I said I want to switch my game. I want to switch my thing because I just searched it up as a fact, and this is a fact. 164 games in the last 2 seasons. 164 games regular season. AD played 149. Out of 164, he's played 149 in the last 2 seasons. I wouldn't say injuries wouldn't have been too bad for him in the last 2 seasons.
That's why I'm talking about when they talking about getting rid of AD, he was healthy as hell last season. And he was pretty healthy this season.
Actually, last season, he played a total of 73 games.
What are we talking about? And then get Defensive Player of the Year, and we all know he should have got it. So
you know what? I gotta give it to AD. You gotta give it to AD for the defense alone.
And he's doing way more than Cat's doing on the floor every day. Every day.
You got me on that one. That was right.
Come on, man.
Fact check.
Come on, man. It checks out, man. Pharaoh, man, we're going to leave this one on you, man. It's the last segment of the day. It's the last word. And it's one word we have to have about our legend, the man we believe in, Coach Pop, who has decided that he will not return back to this the bench for the Spurs. He will be, at this point in time, just taking over as the president of basketball relations for the team. I think after having 2 scares like that, I think it's the right thing to do for him to be able to sit down and relax with his family, make decisions for the team, help with the roster construction, and empower another coach to be able to step up in his stay. Maybe even Tim Duncan. I would love to see Tim Duncan take up and step over and be the coach. But if not, we don't get Tim Duncan, then honestly, I'll be happy with anybody Coach Pop believes will be a great coach. As you can see, his coaching tree has been amazing when it comes to anybody that walks in behind him. So I want to say, honestly, Coach Pop, even though you have caused a lot of heartbreak for me over the years, but at least 2 NBA championships, that should have went to my boy LeBron. I could not see it going to a better person when it comes to being able to be a mainstay in the organization, not only being who he is for his players, which has been an amazing advocate for his players, advocate for the city of San Antonio, but Brooklyn and Pharaoh, he's been an amazing advocate for Black rights. People who look like me, he has always stood on the right side of history. And my appreciation for that man is immense, especially for coming from his age time, like his time period, his age gap. The same people his age time is like Jerry Jones and stuff like that, who's obviously a racist, absolutely a racist. You heard it here first. But I just would like to say, man, thank you so much, Coach Pop, man, for all the NBA memories that you provided in that position as an NBA coach. There has not been one better person I would think that should have been there in that place than you. You have been the exact opposite of Doc, which is funny because it's Doc and Pop. You know what I mean? 3-letter words. You would think one is roses and one is shit. So thank you, Coach Pop, man. That's my last words, man. You've been amazing.
Before you get going on the whole thing, Pharaoh, all I want to say is since the beginning of the Point A, Point B, literally the first episode of this amazing, amazing show, I advocated for Coach Pop, saying that Coach Pop made so many players that without Coach, those players wouldn't have been in the positions that they would have been in. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that he made certain players what they were and elevated them to the level of greatness that he wanted to see.
Yeah, it's not just the players in his organization.
Be careful who you talk about with that. So as much as the respect I got for Coach Pop, Tim Duncan will be Tim Duncan.
No. The conversation we had on episode 1 of Point A, Point B, I advocated and I said, I don't believe without Coach Pop, Manu Ginobili. And this is just a point of view of Brooklyn.
I'm not doing that.
Of just Brooklyn. All right? I'm just saying on the first episode, I advocated for Coach Pop. And here on this episode, it's good to see Coach Pop getting his flowers. That's all it is.
Well, I'm not
going to... It's Manu Ginobili!
No,
it's Manu Ginobili. We're not doing this. It's Manu Ginobili.
This is season 2. We've been past this.
I'm not past it. He said all time he got Devin Booker over Manu Ginobili. All time. Devin Booker over Manu Ginobili. He got Devin Booker over Manu Ginobili.
Devin Booker over Manu Ginobili because I believe that Manu Ginobili was in the position he was in because of Coach Pop. Coach Pop put him in that position.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He could put him on the floor. But in a lot of games that Coach Pop wouldn't have won without Manu Ginobili. Manu Ginobili is a god. It's a dog. You wild.
You are trying to say I took it away that he's a dog. I'm trying to say that Coach Pop allowed him to be and made him in the best positions, told him to be in those positions, drew up the plays for Manu to be the best shooters that he can be.
With
Manu was a dog.
With the shots. Who hit the shot? Who played the defense? Who blocked James Harden in the playoffs? Who did that? Who caught a bat with his bare hands?
Hold on, to speak to that. I wasn't gonna speak to that, but since everybody brought it up, I'm gonna speak to it. So basically, what you're telling me is Coach Pop did his job and put a player in the best position that afforded to his talent.
The best player in the best position.
You're gonna tell me every coach does that. You're gonna tell me every coach puts those players, even they have a great player, an amazing player, and I'm gonna put you exactly where you should be? No, you're gonna fit in my system most of the time because I'm the coach. Pop knew where to put him. He delegate. He's the best delegation of a coach I've ever seen.
Hold on. I got one question, real quick, Farrell. Real quick. You hold up for what? So I don't want to lose it. Is Phil Jackson one of the greatest coaches of all time?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had the triangle.
Right.
Is Lamar Odom ass or not? Stop it!
Yeah.
Stop it! Who's better, Lamar? So did Lamar Odom look better in the triangle than Trevor Ariza?
Because
it's the same system. Did Lamar Odom look better in the triangle than Trevor Ariza? Yes, he did. Stop acting like the triangle was in there was Smush Parker was. Stop acting like this is not how this works. Better players make systems work. If you got a system with shit, it's still a shit in a system.
What I was getting ready to say is along the lines of what Tone's going to say. Yeah, he put him in a position that's advantageous, but the thing about it is, with the advantage that he gave him, he has to perform. Now, I'll tell you right now, I can't stand Manu Ginobili. I can't. I hate him and Tony Parker with a passion. But Pop did put him in an advantageous situation, and they had to perform, and they performed.
Parker.
So like I said, I can't stand either one of them, but I can't sit here and say that Devin Booker is a better player than Manu Ginobili. Just on the fact that Manu Ginobili played better defense than him. So we can just stop that argument right there. But what I was going to say is, it's not just
Manu had to guard Kobe.
Yeah,
Manu had to guard Kobe.
What I was going to say is, it's not just what he did for players on his team. Like, you listen to players all across the NBA. Pop has influenced a lot of great players throughout the NBA. Some that are not even here anymore. Like Kobe Bryant spoke very highly of Pop. LeBron speaks highly of Pop. LeBron has said many a time that, he wished at least one season he could have been on a team coached by Pop so he can learn from him. So, I mean, we talking about this guy, like Tone said, he's staying on business. Like, it's not just, he talks about things that just affect him. It's like he looks around and if something's not right, he speaks on it. He stands on it. When there's social injustice. What?
He put Manu Ginobili highlights on.
Yeah. So, you know, when it's social injustice, you know, while everybody else like steps around it, don't want to bring it up. What? No, Pop, like, no, this ain't right. This. When there were school shootings and everybody else want to talk about it, Pop said something he didn't care about. He said, damn a job, anything else. This needs to be said. You know, look at his coaching tree. Look at the fact that, you know, the NBA talks about diversity, and they were talking about, well, we need to get some actual female coaches in here. Pop went and hired one. He wasn't playing. He went and hired one. Put her on his coach staff. The first one to do it.
Sorry, Pharaoh. I'm sorry.
I told y'all a story about the fact that Pop, when Shaq was in high school, Pop was the one that gave him some shoes so he could play basketball in high school. So yeah, it's not just you know, he looks out for his team. The man is a man of character. He builds not just basketball players on his teams. He builds basketball players. Period. Starting from if he sees them as kids in high school all into the NBA, he builds great black basketball players. He influences great basketball players. He is going to be missed.
I think what we can say confidently is Coach Pop puts players in positions to be themselves. It allows that system to work around what they're great about. If it wasn't for Manu Ginobili, it wouldn't be a Luka Doncic. I'll say that shit right now and I'll say it again. If it wasn't for Manu Ginobili, it would not be a Luka Doncic. When you talk about vision, he is everything you wish Luka was. He had passing. He can shoot. He will dunk on your mom. He was always conditioned, always in shape. And he played defense. We just watched Mano with the ball spot, the baldy, brush off Ray Allen and dunk on Chris Bosh in his 30s. Look at the pass. Look at the pass. Look at the pass accuracy. Look at the get off it. He just rose up on Yao Ming. What are we talking about?
One thing about it, two things for sure. There's some basketball players when they were playing, I couldn't stand them. But you got to respect what they do on the court.
You respect it. I respect it.
Manu Ginobili, bro. Listen, I'm saying right now. As much as we want to chat, we acting like Manu Ginobili was getting open shots off of constant good plays and curls and stuff like that and wraparounds. No, this man was going up on you every time, getting contact, playing defense, dotting people where people would not see people. That's when, look at the behind the back. When you heard me scream and yelp, it's because he hit somebody with a sham guard when he still had long hair. Before the sham guard was even a sham guard move, that was him. Look at him. Give me that. Give me that. Where you going, Kevin? Where you going, Kevin? Stop it. And we talking as if he played against get off of me. Get off of me. He played in an era of not bum ass, soft ass shooting guards. Every shooting guard he had to play against was a shooting guard.
That dude played against D Wade. He played against Kobe.
Stop it. He played against two of three of the greatest shooting guards of all time. Right?
Yeah.
The top three shooting guards has to be who? Who?
Top three, Jordan, Kobe, and Wade.
Okay then.
Not even a question.
He played against two of them. I think he touched Kobe before Kobe. I think he touched Jordan before Jordan left.
I think so too.
So stop acting like he ain't that boy, bro. If Devin Booker had half the heart that Ginobili had, and also mind you, this is during the time where offense wasn't such overly look at this block, game winning block, game saving. Give me that. MVP Harden, by the way. MVP Harden, by the way. MVP Harden, by the way.
That was crazy. I watched that one live.
So we talking sassy. We're talking sassy about a man who played.
I was actually there. I was there for this one.
We talking about Brooklyn. We talk about a person, right, who played in a league where defense, there was hand checking and everything else. I'm trying to sound like Stephen A. Smith. He played in a league where there was hand checking, right? Mind you, on top of that, you couldn't run from comp. You wasn't just putting up 60s. Wasn't nobody dropping those 60, bro. Played against Curry too. Sit Curry home. Stop it. Now, if you want to talk about Boris Diaw, you want to talk about Matt Bonner, you want to talk about all them boys, bro. I'm with you, gang. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I promise I'm with you. But we are not going to talk about Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker like they not future Hall of Famers, gang. Like, they had a big three.
Yeah.
They went and found. So you telling me because they wasn't first round draft picks, they wasn't a problem? He went and found him a Luka in the second round. Jokic was found in the third round. Second round in a commercial. That's who they got. If Ginobili played right now in the NBA, Brooklyn, he'll have numbers like Luka, with better shooting splits. Because they protect offensive players more. Ginobili will be a god. He will be a god. Right now, he's the fourth greatest shooting guard of all time to me. Number four. Because of rings alone, too. That he contributed to. He was a man. Hey, he was man enough to go to the bench for Kawhi.
That did happen.
Man enough.
That did happen. That really did happen.
It didn't have to. He was a man.
And you know one of the reasons why he had a problem with that, because of who his coach was.
Because he was a man. I'm not hearing this Devin Booker over no fuck. Devin Booker not even top 3 in the league right now.
You sound like a friend of mine. A friend of mine been trying to say for the longest that Devin Booker is like the best 2 guard in the NBA right now. I'm like, he ain't better than Spider-Man. He's not better than Donovan Mitchell. He's not better than Donovan Mitchell.
He's not better than Anthony Edwards.
No, not at all.
He's not, bro. All those other teams, everybody else that we talking about has had more winning seasons, has played basketball is more conducive to winning. That's the reality.
And that's the main thing. That's the main thing I brought to him. I said he's not a superstar. Like I said when you have a superstar talent on the team, even if you only got one. If you got one superstar, that one superstar by himself can at least get you in the running for the playoffs.
He's a superstar. We ain't doing that. He's a superstar. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. He's a superstar.
Okay.
He's a superstar. Is he a leader? No. Maybe. Matter of fact, no. I like his attitude this year, playing that last game for the fans, where he didn't have to play. I like that. He do got some leadership. He's starting to grow up. But
he ain't us do.
But
he ain't no other plans.
top three guard in the league, not even top 3 guard in the league. So I'm sorry. Manu Ginobili was top 3 in the league multiple years with Kobe and D Wade there. Ginobili was that boy when we was playing NBA Live. Stop playing with me, gang. Shout out to Coach Pop.
and there were some 2 guards back then too that we ain't even named. Some good ones.
You had Kobe and D Wade, gang. He had to play against an active Brandon Roy. A real active Brandon Roy.
He had to play against J.R. Ryder.
J.R. Smith. I'm talking about an active J.R. Smith. Nuggets J.R. Smith.
I'm talking about contact will dunk on you, J.R. Smith.
Had to play low key. If we talk about the teams in the Western Conference back then, bro, that Nuggets team back then was different.
Nuggets team.
Yo, bro, that Nuggets team that had AI, J.R. Smith,
Melo,
and Nene and Camby, and Birdman off the bench.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yo, we might have to have a real conversation about the Western Conference in the 2000s, bro. The Western Conference was sickening.
Yeah,
it was sickening.
It really was.
Oh my God. I hope y'all boys had a good ass time. That was the last word segment. We we had to take that argument back to season 1 because Brooklyn pissed me off. All right. He said what he said.
That's why I'm here.
As he said what he said, that's wild. But shout out to Coach Pop. Thank you so much, man, for the memories. You are an amazing person, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to Brooklyn for being with us today. Shout out to Pharaoh for joining us from the retirement home. We do appreciate you. Getting the Wi-Fi to work in that situation where y'all got to share one router between 28 rooms is
not
wild.
easy, bro.
It's wild.
Easy.
So shout out to you. Shout out to
I had
you.
friends of people.
I
had friends of people, and you know they don't really work with people that's old because like, hey, I ain't got much time left anyway, so you know.
No, I appreciate you being here past your bedtime, man.
I'm kind of tired.
Shout out to Moochie for being a part of the show. You know, good dog, good boy. Shout out for being a part of the show, Booters. And thank y'all so much, man, for another installment of the greatest show of all time. The greatest. I'm talking about the final boss of sporting shows. When you talk about greatness personified, when you talk about amazingness, it's only 3 people. The GOATs. Well, 3 entities. You talk about LeBron James. You talk about John Cena. And you talk about point A, point B. The greatest of all time. Throw Tom Brady in there too. You talk about point A, point B. Thank you so much, y'all. We love y'all. This is Point A, Point B, where dreams come true, and we only talked about being on camera for an hour and 30 minutes. And thank you so much for that. We got y'all, and make sure y'all come back next week for Point A, Point B.